Welcome to VLSI design video. We are looking at unit 6, which is CAD tools. This is the last video. So the contents what we are going to look at in this video is about automatic layout tools, silicon compilers. The objective of this video is to make you to learn about automatic layout tools and silicon compilers. So first let's start with the automatic layout tools. As we have seen in the previous videos that we are supposed to make out the stick diagram from the schematic or the layout from the schematic, and then we are supposed to generate the layout using the tools and DRC checking and circuit extraction, parasitic extraction, and then comparison, and if needed modification. All these are to be done with the tools. So these are nothing but the automatic layout tools. They are called as automatic layout tools. So hierarchical stick diagrams are a good way to design large custom cells, but you will probably design large cells from scratch infrequently. So you are much more likely to use layouts generated by one of two automated methods, that is cell generators, also known as macro cell generators, which create optimized layout for specialized functions such as ALUs, and the other one is the standard cell placement and routing, which uses algorithms to build layouts from gate level cells. One is macro cells like ALUs, and the other one is the base cells, which are gate level cells. So using these two types of cells, we can generate the layouts using the automated methods. So first we'll see about the cell generator. A cell generator is a parameterized layout. It is a program written by a person to generate the layout for a particular cell or a families of cells. The generator program is usually written textually, though some graphical layout editors provide commands to create parameterized layout. If the generator creates only one layout, it may as well have been created with a graphical layout editor. Okay, but designers often want to create variations on a basic cell, changing the sizes of transistors, choosing the number of buses which run through a cell, perhaps adding simple logic functions. Specialized functions like ALUs, register files, and RAMs often require careful layout and circuit design to operate at high speed. Generator languages let skilled designers create parameterized layouts for such cells, which can be used by chip designers whose expertise is in system design, not circuit and layout design. What about standard cell place and route? As we have seen, automatic layout tools are for two. One is for cell generator, that is the macro cells, and the other is standard cell place and route. The standard cells are nothing but the simpler cells or gate level cells. So place and route program take a very different approach to layout synthesis. They break the program into placing components on the plane, then routing wires to make the necessary connections. Placement and routing algorithms may not be able to match the quality of hand-designed layouts for some specialized function, but they often do better than people on large random logic blocks because they have greater patience to search through large unconstructed problems to find good solution. And you have already studied in the unit 5 about unit 4 about the place and route. So these things, automatic tools, even though the blocks are larger or smaller, they can do it and can give out the best solutions. The most common placement and routing systems use standard cells which are logic gates, latches, flip-flops, or occasionally slighter larger function like full adder. So they don't use common placement routing, do not use the macro cells or CPU and so on. The figure below, the next slide, will show the architecture of a standard cell layout. This one you can see here. The component cells, which are of the standard height but of varying width, are arranged in rows. You can see here. Routing area, the cells you can see here, all the grayish ones are cells. The cells are arranged in rows which are of standard height but of varying width. You can notice the widths are not same, height are same but widths are varying. So these are arranged in rows. Wires are run in routing channels between the cell rows, along the sides, and occasionally through feed throughs. So you can see here the wirings to row, the connections you can see, and this cell to this cell, this cell to the other cell, this cell to the other cell. This is the routing area, this is also routing area, this is also routing area where cell to cell connection is done. The layout is designed in two stages. Components are placed using approximations to estimate the amount of wire required to make the connections, and then the wires are routed. So these components, whichever we want to place, are placed according to the approximation. Suppose I want to place a larger module, then I can go here. So likewise approximations will be made and then routing connections will be established. So this is about automatic layout tools. First is the cell generator and the second is the standard cell place and route. Next we look at silicon compilers. A silicon compiler is a software system that takes a user's specification and automatically generates an integrated circuit. The process is sometimes referred to as hardware compilation. Silicon compilation takes place in three major steps. First is convert a hardware description language like Verilog or VHDL or FPGAC into logic, that is typically in the form of netlist, and then place equivalent logic gates on the IC. Silicon compilers typically use standard cell libraries so that they do not have to worry about the actual IC layout and can focus on the placement. Routing the standard cells together to form the desired logic. The tool is used to generate low-level cells and or standard cells that are limited to 10 to 40 transistors per cell very quickly and efficiently while drawing all the layers in a VLSI process. Silicon compilers require extensive and expert maintenance to be effective in a changing environment. They provide the fastest cell generation possible. A standard cell library can be generated in one day, while customizing the cells for a specific place and route tool. Applications for silicon compilers include standard cell libraries, where standardization of pin assignment, cell height, abutment, etc. is an impact factor in layout design. Cells for data path is one more application, where the tool and design requirements have to be guaranteed and tailored to specific design. Any time, speed is the most important factor in a layout generation. Some of the good features of silicon compilers are that layout generation will be done faster with the silicon compilers, but the tools are expensive for a small company. For example, silicon compilers for standard cell libraries are so expensive that only companies selling libraries as their main product can justify their purchase. That's why in most educational they are not available, but few colleges they can afford, so they are available. Only highly trained people in software, that is the software engineers and designers with broad background in software, can use the tools. They know how to run the tool, but not necessarily how the layout is supposed to look and be used. There are many internal tools inside big companies for this specific task that require a CAD group to set up, develop, and maintain the design environment. Standard formats are used to interface the output of Silicon compilers with the other tools in the flow. The problem with using standard formats is that specific information that is required for the compiler may be lost, and the advantage of using the tools will be defeated. They are so fast compared to full custom polygon pushers that they have gained a lot of market share in the past 5 years. Silicon compilers can be used not only for layout generation but for process porting as well. Some compilers are targeted to specific applications like RAMs, ROMs, PLA, IO cells, standard cells, data path designs, etc. These compilers do not require as much training because they have been designed for non-voice users. No voice users. I hope you might have understood about the automatic layout tools and about the Silicon compilers. These Silicon compilers are specially used for IC fabrication. That's why they are little costly, but they are good enough for using in the fab. Thank you for watching.